Good morning. My name is Thomas Milz. I'm the Managing Director of Volkswagen in the Middle East. We are here in Arvidsjaur, which is in the middle of nowhere in Sweden, where we, Volkswagen, have our driving experience. As you can see, it's pretty cold. We have almost 2 meters of snow, and why don't we just go in?
Welcome to Middle East. We all know that you recently arrived after your assignments in the US and Europe. Few months, what have you learned about the Middle East markets?
I mean, first of all, appreciate to have the opportunity to be down in the Middle East. It's a beautiful country, beautiful people, and quite frankly, from a market perspective, it is similar to the United States. It's a sedan and an SUV type market, and it's a very, very, very friendly region, which I really appreciate to work for.
Now, you mentioned there are similarities in products, large sedans and large SUVs. In terms of what you've seen, the way they market custom markets, is it similar, or are you looking at this as an opportunity to move up the ranks, if I may say so? Because still, it seems that the Middle East they may be very close with the cars on a global scale, but when it comes to the other bits which go as part of the package, it seems to be a little behind. Do you see something of that sort?
What I see is that sedans and SUVs are very important, and the Middle East customer is very demanding. The similarity to the US market, for instance, is that value is key. And this is where Volkswagen comes into place, where we have to offer a lot of value in our cars. Our equipment level, our safety, our innovation grade that we have with our German engineering is superior, and we are able now to have cars produced in various countries, but with the same level of quality and innovation.
Well, as of now, we all are aware that Volkswagen is a brand on the move. It's got a lot of ambition, it's got a lot of aspirations, and in the coming years, it also wants to be the global leader as far as volumes are concerned. Now, you have different markets. Each market has got a different characteristic. You are able now to bring the costs of cars down by producing outside of Germany, and you also have a very fresh lineup of cars. Now, you also come at a time when a lot of things have actually been prepared for you. So, what's the key job you have in hand?
Volkswagen is worldwide very well on our way to achieve our target to become the world's biggest manufacturer by 2018. The Middle East is a key market for us to achieve that volume and that position. With the introduction of the new Polo and the new Passat last year, we introduced sedans where we can achieve much more volume in the Middle East. And those vehicles, again, prove that German engineering is not only for premium customers, it's for everyone. Because the Passat, which is produced in the United States, and the Polo, which is coming from India, they are German engineered, but we have the opportunity with the manufacturing in such countries and the dedication for those markets and the Middle Eastern markets to be very, very competitive.
Okay, so now that you've got a good portfolio of cars with good pricing, you also have targets.
Yes.
So what is your target? I mean, what kind of numbers are you looking for 2013?
In 2013, we will continue our growth that we have in 2012. 2013, with the introduction of the new Golf and the new GTI towards the middle of the year, and the first full year of Polo and Passat, they will be very, very successful, and therefore we will continue our growth path in a very, very challenging environment. Maybe not only down here in the Middle East, but globally.
I'll just save this. Last night when we were having an informal chat, you mentioned about customer satisfaction.
Yes.
That is something which we don't see a lot in the Middle East. Is this something which Volkswagen is also aware about, and is there something going to happen on this?
This is my first and key priority. All the new products that we have already in place and the products that are planned for the region, we have a very good base. But the customer satisfaction is key. And we have done already a lot in the past. We have 3-year carefree maintenance here with up to 45,000 kilometers. We have service intervals that are only 15,000 but not 5,000. So a customer doesn't have to come that often to a service shop, to the dealer. We are very well on our way on customer satisfaction in the sales department. We are still lagging on customer satisfaction in after sales. However, the thing that we have to do is to educate our customers, not to educate, that's the wrong word. We have to tell our customers and we have to convince our customers that Volkswagen is very well ahead already on customer satisfaction compared to the past. We have done already a lot, and we will continue our service excellence with programs, with processes, with extended warranties, with service packages to really please the
Obviously, all this effort needs a lot of investment. It's a two-way relationship between yourselves and your retail partners, who end of the day are the points people. Now, are they willing to make those kind of investments? Because if you're looking at better services, obviously you need to upgrade facilities, and when you're looking at increased numbers, also you need to increase your facilities. That calls in for investments. So are your partners happy to invest, and can it's happening around in the Middle East?
Everybody is willing to invest when they see or when the company sees the return. We managed with our partners to be convinced that the investment is necessary, and that with the investment we can grow our volume and we can convince the customers of the value of our car. For instance, in the UAE, we already have two brand new showrooms and service facilities that Al Nabuda will finish in this year. We have a new partner in Qatar who is also investing a lot. We have plans in Oman. We pretty much have plans in the entire region to increase capacity, but also the capacity of people, the qualification of people, training, and implement processes. Absolutely.
You mentioned training, which obviously is a very integral asset, the human asset, which looks after the cars and does all the maintenance and service, etc. Do you have a training center in your effort going to be happening? Is it going to be okay? You're going to help in recruitment? Are you going to be helping in training these people? Do you have the infrastructure for such? Can you give us some insights on this?
Yes. We have a training center, a state-of-the-art training center in Dubai, which we are using right now. We have trainers, and we will increase our capacity. We also have a program that we launched where it's called Train the Trainers, so that we have the dealers, the staff of the dealers being trained in their country, but also trained in Dubai. But also with the launch of new cars, like with the new Golf that we are launching right now, we basically took the people to a place where we centrally trained all technicians and sales staff on the new Golf to ensure that when a customer buys a new product, that the dealer personnel is absolutely trained and knowledgeable about the vehicle.
In your view, in this market, I mean, I'm sure you have been aware that figures are not really very transparent. And in the markets which you have been before, figures are always available. Do you think this is a kind of an impediment to business in trying to understand what is happening due to the lack of real figures?
Yes. In general, I would love personally to have more transparency in the markets, more transparency between the competition, more transparency about the products, about registration data, because that will also enhance the competitiveness of the brands within the market. And this is something which in the Middle East is unfortunately not available to an extent like we have it in Europe or in America, but it doesn't hinder us to still be successful. You don't really have somebody or something that you can measure you against, so you have to set your own targets and measurements. But there's nothing we can do about it, so we have to live with the fact. The only thing is that maybe sometimes in the future somebody will recognize that with transparency and information, competitiveness can be increased and therefore customer benefits.
Okay. Do you have problems with counterfeit or fake spare parts in the market for your vehicles?
No, we have a parts center in Jebel Ali. We just increased, we invested in the parts center to stack up even more parts. We have 95% of our parts being available in the parts center. The only parts that we do not have available in the Middle Eastern region are parts that are dedicated to the VIN number of the vehicle. So in very rare occasions, you need to have a part that is specifically produced for only this one vehicle. So those parts, they still need in these days about 48 hours until they are arrived.
You've talked a lot about scheme of things and all that. You've given us a highlight of what you're planning, what your mindset is for the coming year. In your lineup, there's one car missing, an iconic car missing. Are there any plans to bring that car?
Well, I mean, I'm a car nut. I love cars, especially Volkswagens, because Volkswagens are full of technology. You have fun cars, you have functional cars, you have big cars, small cars. So if you ask me, I would love to have more than just one more car in the Middle East. Coming back to where the market is, sedans and SUVs. On the sedan side, we are absolutely perfect, in a perfect shape with the Polo, with the Passat and with the Jetta. So we are there in all the volume segments and we can offer everything to the customer. The SUVs, we have the Tiguan, we have the Touareg, which are beautiful cars and fit perfectly in the segment, and Touareg is the most successful car in the Middle East for Volkswagen. It would be nice to have some kind of an SUV that's a little bigger, so it would be able to fit 7 passengers and enough storage so that you can still go out in the desert and have your picnic.
Like the one you showcased in Detroit?
It was a nice concept, and if you ask me, if I would have a saying in there, go for it.
Lovely. And what about the other side, in the smaller cars, models like the Beetle, which has been significantly upgraded, and it seems to be competent and engineered quite well. Is there any chance of getting this car in the Middle East?
The Beetle would be one of those cars which I just said to you earlier, where Volkswagen has many cars. We have a small minivan, we have a big minivan. The Beetle, from my personal opinion, would fit perfectly into the region because it is an emotional vehicle, it's a fast car, it has the same engine as the GTI. It's grown up, it's more masculine, and it has more functionality. From my personal perspective, I would love to have the Beetle in the Middle East, and I can tell you I will work hard to enhance our product lineup here.
It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much, Shannon.
Thanks for everything. Thank you.
Thanks.